I feel like we were a lot more aggressive by watching the film. I mean, everybody got to the ball pretty fast, and that's what we worked on.
And that was the scheme, right? Now, how much of a change was that in philosophy?
It really wasn't much of a change. We just had to look at ourselves on film and reevaluate and just know what we got to do to get better and play better as a defense.
It's almost like competition because you know the offense is just coming. It's like we don't want to be the weak link on defense.
Yeah, I mean, of course, everybody wants to play well, so we work hard every week and practice to play as good as we possibly can.
Was there ever a mix-up between you and Curtis, like there are between the two Corey Browns? Does ever Grant and like both of you run toward him? Or
yeah, sometimes it is. So that's why we label as D Grant or C Grant. Yeah.
The coaching cliche is that when things are going well, that's when coaches can be really hard on you because things are going well. So, in the wake of that game, have they been really fun to deal with?
I mean, even with the win, you can still get better. So we all know that, the coaches know that, the players know it. So we watch the film and we get better at places where we need to be.
But now they can be really nitpicky without worrying about your confidence because you guys can watch tape and have something to fall back on. So are they being more of a critic right now?
Yeah, because we're getting later in the season. We're starting to get ready to play for something or something. So we got to be on point. So every little thing is going to be accounted for.
Talk about the secondary. You guys, the safeties, each had a interception in the game and how important that was. Certainly the first one, Penn State had moved it right down the field on you and reversed the momentum very quickly on that.
Well, with that, just making plays, you just got to keep playing the game. Good things that happen if you play hard.
And for Pitt, I mean, he's just started 2 or 3 games now. How important is that for him going into the stretch run here to know he can make plays like that?
I mean, it's very important, that he see it, the whole team see it, and we always had confidence in him. He has confidence and he can build on from that and, play well, after this game.
What are his strengths, Doran? What do you see in him that he brings to the table that's maybe different from Christian or other guys?
Well, really all our safeties are pretty good hitters. Pitt is he's a physical guy. When he gets hands on, he's gonna disrupt. So I mean, he comes downhill and he can make plays, as you seen Saturday.
You've talked about going up against young quarterbacks before and how you can be more disruptive in that situation. Purdue's an offense that starts 8 underclassmen all over the field. Does that give you something you can take advantage of?
Well,
or is it tough because you don't know what they might do?
Well, yeah, they're younger guys, so, we're just going to have to watch the film, play off what we see, just prepare like every other week.
How do you stay hungry here when you're going through a season like this and things are going so well? How do you stay hungry?
I mean, well, you just come. It's a routine. You come in every week, get your lift in, get your practices in, just stay hungry while watching film and everything.
I mean, you guys have not given up any long run plays this year. Why is that? What's the key to not letting guys break big runs on this defense?
Really just pursuit angles. Pursuit angles, you see something break, you got to go get it at the right angle and stop it.
Is that an improvement? You guys did give up long runs last year. Have you seen in practice and that kind of thing this team improve on that?
Yeah, and that's what we worked on earlier in training camp too. Pursuit angles.
Coach Meyer always talks about, for a decade here, the defense was as good as anybody else's in the country. How do you respond when you hear somebody say that? As if, it's fallen off so much and now we got to build it back up.
Well, really, I just feel like we just got to keep playing. Just keep playing. And the biggest thing is that we're winning these games. So if we continue to win these games, just keep playing hard, I think everything will be good for us.
Do you think there's been was a drop-off defensively?
Well, I'm not really sure because I don't really know our statistics from the past decade, but I just know we're just going to keep playing.
What have you noticed about their young quarterback, Edling, over there at Purdue? What stands out about him from what you've seen so far? Or have you downloaded that in your iPad yet?
Yeah, he's young, but he's not afraid to throw the ball. He has a strong arm. He can make throws from one hash to the opposite field side. He can make that throw. So that's one thing that stood out about him.
You guys affected Hackenberg pretty well on Saturday night, both with coverage a lot, but also pressure. Is that the key again, obviously, this week? I mean, to get after this guy? Talk about that a little bit, Grant.
Yeah, well, I feel like we're going to pressure him. He is a younger guy, so we're going to see what we can disrupt. We're going to play coverage and see what we're going to do.
Guys, Ohio State has lost 3 of the last 4 in West Lafayette. Has that been mentioned to this team at all yet?
I mean, it hasn't been mentioned, but we all know. you know, within the team, we all know what's at stake and what we're gonna have to bring on Saturday.
Why do you all know that?
Because I was a part of one of the losses my freshman year there, and then I seen one on TV before I even came to college, so I know the history. So you know what we got to do.
Well,
How
explain
tough-
it.
That was a pretty crazy loss over there your freshman year with the blocked extra point in the overtime. So how tough was that one when you look back on
Yeah,
it?
it was a tough one because you know we were fighting back. Jordan Hall got the catch in the end zone the last second, then the blocked field goal, which was crucial. You know, it kind of hurts, but you know it's gonna be ready to play for him.
When you think about that idea, though, no offense to Purdue, but Ohio State has consistently been a better program than Purdue in this conference. To the idea to have lost three out of four at Purdue, is that kind of nuts?
I mean, I guess some people might say it, but like I said before, you got to play the game, and sometimes things happen. You got to keep playing.
What do you know about their
Couple more.
receivers? Yancey seems to be a guy who's put up yardage.
I haven't really looked at their receivers yet.
Okay.
Talked about the defensive line a moment ago. How much easier does that make your job when they're doing their job up front?
Sadly,
The defensive line, when they're doing their job
Oh,
up
yeah.
front, how much easier does that make your job?
oh, a lot easier. You know, they getting pressure to the quarterback. It's easier for us defensive backs to blanket receivers. So, you know, make it hard for him to throw it, you know, to get a sack or throwing out of bounds.
Thanks, Doran. Thanks, everyone.